So I was like, if Juve gonna rekindle UTP, he gotta start it off with you. Like, you'll be the perfect artist to get it out the gate. But Juve knew it was a problem. He, like, meaning like it was a street problem. Like, he had beef, he was beefing, he toted guns, he was really active on the stuff that he talked about. I bet you stop when we ride on the enemy. I was trying to protect him. I wasn't putting him in shows, I wasn't doing certain things because I felt like that was gonna be a ticket for somebody. If you got beef, they know you're gonna be here. Nobody was better than Young'N to Young'N. When Young'N come in the room, his charisma was like, I'm here, Young'N here. Like, he wanted you to know, I'm the one. Baby went with it. So they was about to do it, and he was gonna meet with Baby that Tuesday. Supposed to flew out that Tuesday and died that Saturday. And that took me out of music. That took me out of working with artists. That took me out of not one. I lost a lot of wind with that because Young'N was probably the most loyal artist I ever worked with. BTY, I went to a birthday party, and for some family members, like, or whatever. I think my sister-in-law was dating somebody, and they had a family. They had a party, so I go over there, and one of my roommates named Dale, and he came to me. He was like, "Man, I want you to check this little dude out, like, cause he know what I do. He knew the gift that I have with working with artists. He was like, man, I want you to check him out. This little dude cool." So he bring him over there. When he bring him over there, I know him. I'm like, this Gabriella's son, man. This little D's badass, like, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Oh, you know him?" I'm like, "Yeah, this from Pigeon Town. He's terrible, like, you know what I'm saying?"
How old was he at that time?
19.
Okay.
So Dale was like, "Rap for him." He rapped for me. Immediately I say, "Look, bro, I know where I want to bring you at. I'm gonna bring you to Juve. You're gonna fit right with the UTP camp." Like, everybody from UTP had broke off already. Juve was like kind of back doing his own thing. He didn't have artists. Everybody went their own way at the time. So I was like, if Juve gonna rekindle UTP, he gotta start it off with you. Like, you'll be the perfect artist to get it out the gate. So I bring him around Juve. You know, Juve liked him, but Juve knew it was a problem. He, like, meaning like it was a street problem. Like, he had beef, he was beefing, he toted guns, he was really active on the stuff that he talked about. He wasn't one of them rappers that talk about it but don't live it. He was really living the stuff he talked about. So as they got more familiar with him, they were like, "Look, Meana, I'll work with him, but you gonna have to be with it. Like, everything gonna have to go through you." Almost like Juve was like, almost like, I don't really want to have to deal with him because it looked like he gonna be a problem. But I had like a little bit of mentoring on him where he kind of had a certain kind of respect for me where I could calm him down. I'll be like, "Man, leave that alone, or let that go, or man, that's stupid, you got a career, focus on this." So, and he respected me for it, you know what I'm saying? I put him in Eastover. We had a spot in Eastover. I put him over there to get him out of trouble, gated community, like, make sure that, you know what I'm saying, just trying to save him, like, you know what I'm saying? And because I knew he was raw talented, and I know that if the world heard this young man, it was gonna be like, sky's the limit. So when I brought him around Juve, you know, he wanted a certain dollar amount. Juve didn't think that, you know, we could, you know, pay him that much at the time, you know what I'm saying? And he just was like, "Well, I ain't gonna deal with him." So we kind of kept going with it, and we just did the independent thing.
Got 75 in that fully thing, I got 17 in my calico, little baby lime, I hit your baby mama, then I drop off in the Cali.
I did a mixtape with him called Me and My Young'N to kind of get him started with, you know, try to use my celebrity to help what he's doing, did his thing, and then he started like doing the rider music stuff.
Keep this out, look. Grab your gat when I'm on your stomping ground. If it's beef is going down, I don't believe in backing down. And I don't mean to Cali, you and I say back of town. And I ain't from Girl Town, I'm a motherfucker town.
He wound up going to jail. And you know, people in jail get in your ear, and they was like, "Man, they making money off you." I'm like, "Young'N, your music not selling yet." You know, it's more like people your word of mouth is working right now. It's starting to get a bubble, but it's like, and the bubble that you got ain't coming from sales, it's coming from somebody letting somebody hear your music that done got it, however they got it, right? So he told me to take his music down, took his music down, and he told me if he went to jail again that, you know, I meant that he wasn't really respecting my mind or whatever. So he wound up going to jail again. We parted ways, but as soon as he come home, you know, it was more like, "Meana, I need you, let's get back moving." So we got back moving, but he had a new bunch of friends. It wasn't the same friends that when I first was working with him at this time. He had became Muslim, his faith level was different, and he was more like, "Listen, bro, I was trying to protect him. I wasn't putting him in shows, I wasn't doing certain things because I felt like that was gonna be a ticket for somebody. If you got beef, they know you're gonna be here." and I'm putting you two on spot, and that can get you killed. So I'm not gonna put you in that position. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the show and just let you come out. We ain't gonna advertise your name. Like, we just gonna let you come out, and then the world they gonna know you. They gonna get to know you. But just the way we gotta move until we get to a certain level. He was cool with that for a minute, but it's like being under somebody's wing, an umbrella. So he was like, "Mate, man, I wanna be my own man. Whatever gonna happen to me. Allah got me." And I was like, "Well, do your thing." So I was kind of went into the management role for him at that time. I started booking the shows, things of that nature. He wanted a certain amount of money. I told him he wasn't ready to get that amount of money. Let's just milk him for this first, and then we're gonna make another sweep around. You know, he had people in his ear telling him like, "No, man, you work, whatever." We had our differences. He took my name off the little stuff for booking, and then he went another route. But right before he got killed, we talked. And he said, "Say, Meana," he said, "You told me this. A man gonna do what a man gotta do and deal with the responsibilities after. Hey, bro, if I listen to everything you say and just follow everything you do and it don't go right, I'm gonna be mad with you. Some of these things as a man, I gotta decide what I wanna do. And as a man, I'm just doing what I think is best for me." I said, "You know what, Young? You're right." So we had got back in good rhythms, and he was doing the Cash Money deal. I had went over the paperwork for him, circled some things out for him. So I was like his silent manager in a way, because he went up there by babying him on his own. But when he come home, whatever paper, whoever gave Young'N paperwork, I had it.
Baby, all the 20 turned it over to me. I'm gonna put them bitches in the UPT. I'm talking fish scale, I'm out the fish tail in my old hood in a new GT. Girl, undisputed, number 2, stunning, Derek living through me, I'm the new BG.
Before he can close the deal with Cash Money, because Baby, after renegotiating a few things, Baby was with it. And he was gonna go in and do that deal. I told him it was a good deal if they structured it the way that, and Baby went with it. So they was about to do it, and he was gonna meet with Baby that Tuesday. Supposed to flew out that Tuesday and died that Saturday. Yeah, that was my homie. And that took me out of music. That took me out of working with artists. That took me out of not one. I lost a lot of wind with that, because Young'N was probably the most loyal artist I ever worked with. He was the most loyalist person, to be young. He was loyal, bro. We had our differences, we used to talk and disagree on stuff, but at the end of the day, he was just like Kango with me. Come right back with the love, and we was back solid.
Fee being involved in Fee structuring the deal and everything?
Yeah, Fee was a big part. I wasn't trying to leave Fee out, but Fee played a major part with Young. He kind of gave Young the edge that he needed. I couldn't provide that. My finances wasn't up to par to give Young the look. Fee was the one that negotiated the deal for us to get him up there with Baby. Spoke for him, got him up there, the whole nine, put him around. And he was so loyal that he didn't just go up there by himself. He brought Great White with him everywhere that he was going, because Great White was his partner that he got tight with in jail. And whatever bond he had and whatever words he spoke to Great White, he was a man of his words, and he kept bringing Great White everywhere that he pretty much had to go, Nobody was better than Young'N to Young'N. When Young'N come in the room, his charisma was like, "Nigga, I'm here, Young'N here." Like, he wanted you to know, I'm the one. And that's what he carried with him. You know what I'm saying? He'll give a chick a CD and say, "You don't know Young'N? If you don't like it, throw that shit away." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's me. I'm Young'N. I'm the one they talking about. I'm BTY. I'm the one they was talking about. Girl looking like, "Who is he?" But that was his attitude. But it was all in love. It wasn't even on no super arrogant. It was more like he just was confident in who he was, bro.
Right, listen, he was a star.
Yeah, he had it in him, bro.
He was about to put New Orleans. He was about to be the
Slim. He was about to be the Slim, Slim all over again. And not taking nothing from Slim, because Slim, nobody could be Slim but Slim. But he was like the second coming.